right, so boom. Me and Booty about to teach y'all how to make what?
Steak.
That's right.
But guess what? It's not my first time being on here. When I was 4 years old, I also cooked with him. Now I'm 8.
That is true. That is true. All right, let's get to it. Back up.
You getting it?
So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna chop up these herbs.
That's herbs?
These are herbs. This one is called rosemary. Here, smell it. Tastes good though.
I know, but it smells.
You'll get used to it one day.
Oh, yeah.
I like to always tell people, especially when I'm training new cooks, try to never scrape your knife against your cutting board like this, because that's how you get it dull, okay? If you're gonna scrape, turn it over, use the top of the knife, get it out the way. Okay? A lot of purists will tell you to pick each leaf off of the stems and everything like that. But one thing about me is I'm also a practical chef, and I like to get the most flavor out of everything that I'm doing. So chop up the stems that I can, and then we go from there. So, you said, can you cry from garlic?
Yes.
Garlic is strong, but I don't think it'll make you cry. Probably seeing cutting onions, not garlic.
Do you cry when you cut onions?
Sometimes. Like I said, I'm a practical chef, so you'll see a lot of chefs, they try to crack garlic from the beginning, pull that shit out the pack. No, I'm not doing that, bro. I like peeled garlic, makes my life a lot easier. Now for my steak, I like to use rosemary, thyme, and garlic just because it's almost kind of nostalgic. That's what I really first learned to kind of marinate a steak with when I was in the kitchen. It just kind of stuck with me. It's what I like the best when I'm cooking steaks and things like that. So after you get your meats all chopped up, I'm gonna add that to a bowl, mix it up. We're gonna let it marinate. We'll probably let it sit in the fridge for probably about an hour or so, and then you can cook it. I always say let that marinade sit on it. I say the least possible time, probably like 30 minutes, but you definitely want to let those flavors get in through that steak, okay? The oil. We're gonna leave that in the fridge for about an hour, all right? Now, if you got a cast iron at home, I would suggest you use a cast iron, but a good non-stick will work the same for you. As we all know, cast irons just hold heat just a little bit better. So I'm gonna start probably around a medium high. If you see numbers on your stove, I think around like a 7. So don't want to have it too low to where you don't get enough color on it. Butter's starting to turn, it's starting to get a little bit more flavor, but I'm trying to catch it before it actually starts burning. I always suggest seasoning it after you marinate, just so you can kind of control your salt and pepper just a little bit more. That's just me personally.
Using it up high.
That's what we got right now. All right, we're gonna go right there. See me keep pressing it just because I want to make sure I kind of even it out so that you get a real good sear on that top. You just gotta remember, wherever you put your steak down, any type of meat, that first side is always gonna be your best sear. Whether it's on the grill, whether it's in a pan, kind of really don't matter. See that? You get that color on the other side of that steak. All right. I'm gonna leave it there probably about another 10, 20 seconds, then we're gonna flip it. All right. Ooh, look at that. Add a little bit more butter. This part right here gonna give you that little bit more flavor, all right? Now what we're doing here is we call basting, all right? This is ensuring we get the most flavor that we can. If you got a thermometer at home, use it. Please don't be afraid to use it. And try to go directly down the middle as much as you can. This steak, we still at a 114 right now, 115. Honestly, I could probably pull this off. Okay, so I stand corrected. That steak, I pulled it out the pan probably like around 115. It went up to around 128 and stopped cooking. That's really kind of why I wanted to cook a New York strip for y'all, because they cook a little bit different sometimes. So they just stopped cooking at like 128. So I want to bring that up to around like 135. Then I'm gonna let it rest, and it should be perfect medium for us after our rest period. So I just threw it in the oven for a little bit, probably like around 3 minutes, and we'll go from there. All right, we at around like I'm at like a 138, 140 right now. Like I said, after we let that rest, that should be perfect medium for us. Yeah, that's good. Again, if you have a thermometer at home, please use it, because it's hard for me to kind of demonstrate what a medium feels like through the phone. I can't teach y'all that. Been doing it for so long. I kind of got that internal clock, and then I just know. But if If you have a thermometer, please use it. It's your best friend. Hopefully this is a medium, or else I'm a liar and I don't know what I'm talking about. I would say a good 5-minute rest. Some people say 10 minutes. Ooh, I think I did good. Now, I probably could have let this rest probably like another 2 minutes, but if I'm being honest, this is where I wanted the steak at. Got to see. You see how juicy that thing is, right? I don't play when it comes to this, all right?
You cook this perfectly is because, you see that?
You see that?